we should be good. Yep. Video's loading. And we're good. Hi folks, today another Armada unboxing because I couldn't just get the Separatist fleet. Acclimator is one of my favourite ships. I do love the Munificent, but the Acclimator is one that I really wanted to get, so I figured I might as well buy it. I probably will buy some more ships in the future. I don't know whether we'll actually play, especially not on the channel, because that involved me finding enough people locally to actually play, even if they were using my stuff. We'll see how it goes. Maybe in the future. I do want to put a shelf full of Star Wars stuff because I've got a lot of stuff laying around Star Wars. Like the camera there is sitting on top of a Stormtrooper helmet. Next to that camera is a giant Darth Vader. I've got the Flame Trooper from the new trilogy. I've got the helmet for that. I've got Lego TIE Fighter up there that I've got to assemble. So there's a lot of stuff. I've also got the Rogue One TIE variant from Scarif, the Millennium Falcon. So there's lots of Star Wars stuff that needs a shelf. So it's going to have to go up in the gaming room at some point. And you know, having some Armada stuff there would be nice as well. So maybe I'll get some games. If not, you'll see it laying around when I actually do get around to filming some battle reports. So we can open this up. Again, it's a pretty chunky box. I am always pretty pleasantly surprised because I'm watching some Armada reports. I never got an idea for the actual scale of the ships and how big they are. I actually really like it. Like, they don't feel tiny and small like I thought they would. So in here we've got the dial setup stuff, the dice. There's 3 of each. When I've been watching reports, they've told me and other videos, they've said you want more than 1 set of dice. So having 2 starter sets means I've now got more sets of dice, and I don't have to buy them separately. In here we have the fighters. This one comes with the V19 Torrent, which I don't think gets any airtime in the movies, but it definitely gets a lot of airtime in the Clone Wars. We have the cards. I don't know which special officers come with this set. So you get much the same as the Separatist set. You get 1 of each version of the Acclimator's cards, and 2 of each version of the one for the Consular Cruiser. There's the named one for the V19 Torrent. Poor guy gets blown up in one of the episodes. There are the damage cards. I appreciate that these are actually a nice sized card so I can read them. My vision's not as good as I would like. Objective cards. The commanders. I was kind of hoping, because I didn't look at what commanders come with this. I was kind of hoping Plo Koon was in there, but I'm guessing he's probably in the Venator pack. Which, you know, that's fine. I'll buy a Venator eventually, or 2. There's tokens and rulebook. Having read through the rulebook, it's actually pretty easy to play. There's a couple moments where I've had to flick through the rules to catch up on what's going on in a battle report, but most of the time it's been pretty easy to follow. Put that over with the other one that I've got laying on the desk. So the tokens, I think I showed all of these last time, but we'll quickly go through them again. So you've got the movement tool. These ones are shield markers? No, sorry, these ones are the shield markers. These are speed markers, maybe. I'm still learning. We have pips for the movement tools. These are the command dials. So what I've learnt during the last couple of weeks is that the command rating on a card, which is up here, is how many dials you have on that card. And every turn you've got to put a new dial on the bottom of the stack. So when you get to cards like the Acclimator that's got command 3, you've got to plan 3 turns in advance what it's going to do. And what sort of tokens you're going to want for it. Whereas the Consular Cruiser, you're deciding that turn what you're doing, which gives them a lot more flexibility. On the other side here, we've got the Starfighter range. So this, I think, tells you how far you can shoot with a Starfighter, and also, depending on its movement, how far it can move. The 2D terrain objects, the defense tokens, and the Starfighter activation tokens. I don't know if I showed one of these put together last time, so quickly do that. These little stands, they're key to go in a specific way. Can't see properly. My eyesight sucks. Actually, before I do that, I've got to find these. These are the actual markers for the squadrons. Tell you how many models are left. Why is this not going to go in? I had no issues with this last time. Because I'm an idiot. That one slots into there, which slots into here. And then that tells you how many models are left in a squadron, how many wounds it's got left, and whether it's activated or not for that turn. Because you can use command dials to activate starships, starfighters earlier in the turn, otherwise they act after all the capital ships. These are command tokens. So when you get a dial, you can either spend the token, spend the dial straight away, or reserve a token, which you can use later for different effects. Normally a lesser effect, but you can save up and start doing things multiple times in a turn. These are the squadron tokens to say the squadrons have activated. The initiative token. These ones are for laying out the deployment zones. They're for fighters. The numbers here are for which number of ship it is in your squadron, I believe, in your armada. So you might have number 1 on the Acclamator, number 2 on one of the console cruisers, number 3 on the another console cruiser. If you're only running one Acclamator, you might only have 1 and 2 on the consular cruiser. And these are the ones that clip in to the bases to tell you which version of the ship you're using. So this is for the Acclamator 1 assault ship, and then if you flip it over, it's for the Acclamator 2. Just make a mess everywhere. So these sit on there, and these just clip into place, and then your ship goes on the top. Speaking of the ships, we should actually open up and have a look. So the consular cruiser, this is the ship from Phantom Menace. This is the one that gets blown up in the hangar of the Lucre Hulk at the start of the movie. It's just not painted as red. These themselves come on a smaller base. I'm not going to worry about the cardboard bit at the moment. There. So they come like that, and then you stick the shield dials underneath each corner. The big boy is the Acclamator assault ship. This one's first makes its appearance in Attack of the Clones. This is the ship they use to land all the clone troopers on Geonosis. At the time they didn't have actual Star Destroyers in the Republic fleet, so this was all they had to try and get through the Separatist blockade and land the troops. It's actually, I think, so it's a little bit, no, they're about the same. I thought it was a little bit shorter than the Munificent, but yeah, it's very much same size. Consular, wherever I put it. This is why I shouldn't just throw stuff around the desk. Over here is, as you can see, about the same length as the hard cell, but in general a much smaller model. Overall, I actually really love these ships. The Acclamator is probably the one ship I like most out of the prequel trilogy. That and the Munificent. I do love the Venators, but these two in particular are the ones that I really like. That's why I got the starter sets rather than just buying a Venator or the Providence. So yeah, I don't know if we'll ever end up playing games with them on the channel. If we do, you know, keep an eye out. Yeah, other than that, I'm very happy with it. I didn't break anything off. I did actually, last time I done one of these videos, I broke this tiny little bit off the Munificent, but I have glued it back on. But in general, yeah, they're really nice models. The fact that I don't have to paint them is fantastic. So yeah, hopefully we'll play some games, and if not, you'll see them in the game room. Have a good one, folks.